What's up, guys? Welcome back. Got some spicy Twitter drama for you today. I'm excited, dude. This is gonna be a fun video. But before we get into all the tea, just make sure to like the video, hit the subscribe button if you like Pokemon content, openings, talks about the hobby, all that jazz. And if you're a returning viewer, I love you. I love you so much. Anyways, Twitter drama. Let's get into it. So a subscriber reached out to me. First time that's happened, baby. Yeah, we're making it somewhere, dude. Anyways, a subscriber reached out to me via email about an interaction that he had partook in, but also just watched on Twitter. He sent some screenshots and the hook just, I was in it, baby. I had to see what was going on here. It looked sketchy. And, you know, if anything, was a little bit of entertainment. So I hopped on over to Twitter and started digging for you guys. So the card shop in question is Sakura's card shop. I've never heard of them before. They're probably a local card shop. So the entire interaction seems to have started here, where Sakura made an innocent post saying, I don't know who needs to hear this. Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, yada yada. And someone made a reply referencing their Japanese booster box prices. I don't know who needs to hear this, but Japan retail is $40. $80 is already double MSRP. Stop buying product that's being sold for over $100. Don't feed into the hype and FOMO, especially when Pokemon said they're reprinting Japan products because of this issue. This is not the way. Honestly, if you ask me, pretty innocent tweet. I mean, he didn't say anything false. Everything he said is true. Japan said they were going to step up production. There is an overarching thing to this video that I really want to hit home, so try not to get latched onto small details like the prices of the booster boxes or the way that the people interact. I'm building up to the big topic, trust me. So Sakura's replies, go to Japan to buy it for MSRP. You usually can't, by the way. Shops in Japan literally charge what I charge or a tad lower. They limit one box per person. All right, so this is my first point, and it's gonna come up a lot. This is a blatant lie. We'll get more into the interactions and how terribly this guy takes criticism here in a little bit, but I really just want to hit home that this guy, Sakura, is completely lying. This is such a common thing with English distributors. They try and act like they're doing the normal thing that, oh, this is happening in Japan too, blah, 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 blah. No, it's not. And I'll tell you why. Because in Japan, people care about the buyer, and in America, people care about the seller. I have bought multiple Japanese products. We're talking about Violet, we're talking about Triplet Beat, Clayburst, Snow Hazard. You guys have seen me open it up. I have never paid over MSRP over here. Never, not once. In fact, the only place where I can find people selling for over MSRP are on military bases, United States military bases. Everywhere that sells locally in Japan sells at MSRP. I have buddies who open thousands of packs. Alex, Official Dark TV. Dude opens hundreds, thousands of Japanese packs. Alex, comment down below. Have you ever paid over MSRP over here? I'm really interested to know. And if you have, let me know to what degree. Is it double, triple the amount? I sincerely doubt it. And this is just so validating to see lies like this happen, because I've always preached that English distributors are just terrible. They're the scum of the earth. I don't like them. There are a couple who I think are decent people, but to be honest, anybody selling Japanese product at that price, I really just don't fuck with anymore. And honestly, they are the reason Japan doesn't have any product. Why would Japanese suppliers keep it local when they could ship it to America where it sells for 3 times the amount and they can make a quick buck? And the people getting hurt by this are the Japanese players and the Japanese brick and mortar stores. They've continued to sell at MSRP, but the problem is that there's just no product to sell. They ran out because it all went overseas. This is such a blatant lie. This guy is such a moron. Anyways, we'll keep going. There's a whole bunch of more interactions. I'll touch on this again at the end of the video. So we have another little thread here. I'll read it off to you. So Sakura says, don't be this guy. Up there at the top of the thread, you can't see it, but he's talking about the person you just had an interaction with, calling him out. And then this guy, Syak, I'm not sure who that is, but he says, fighting for your life in the comments. And this is so cringe. We chillin'. It's a Sunday. Thanks for the exposure. I'll handle my shit how I handle it. What, fucking poorly? Syak says, do you, just don't be shocked when you're bricked with product. Homie bricked up? What is he? I don't understand that. I guess that's a term. Next, Sakura decides to go to turbo cringe. We're talking tier 3 level cringe and drops his income for the month. He might have did it fucking over the community, but good for him, bro. I've never understood people who flex their income. It makes you look like a complete jackass, and it pretty much validates to everybody who didn't like you that you're a terrible person. Syak drops some more cringe and says, I remember my first 6-figure month, LOL. Now do it for 12 months straight and then come gloat. Looks like Sakura's didn't respond to that, but we'll keep going with some of these other comments. If you're gonna bash me for defending myself against someone who is bashing me, I don't know what that second part says, but just don't partake. You don't need my free gifts. I love when people try and like weasel and flip like this whenever they get called out. No one's bashing you for defending yourself, you prick. We're bashing you because you're the type of person to sell Japanese product for 3 times the price and then gloat about all the money you made off of it. Just the lack of self-awareness is just so irritatingly hilarious. And then yeah, he talks about how he doesn't pay MSRP for his product. By the way, whose fucking fault is that? But we do a ton of free giveaways and a ton of free shipping and all of other small stuff for the community. Bro, no one fucking cares. The small things you do for the community pale in comparison to the damage that you do when you sell cards for that much. And then on top of that, lie about it and say that Japan is also doing that when they factually aren't. Okay, this is gonna be my closing statement because he doubles down on this Japan MSRP thing. Don't be this guy. It's almost impossible to get boxes for MSRP in Japan. Most shops charge what we charge after release day. Release day, they get a few cases and sell 1 box per person or 10 packs. So good luck getting anything. Hey, Sakura's, did you ever ask yourself why they only get a few cases or why people only get 10 packs? It's because of people like you fucking hobgoblin. Like I said, everything is getting shipped out of Japan because Americans are too smooth-brained to not pay 3 times what a product is worth for it. No, most shops do not charge what you charge after release day. It literally always gets sold at MSRP. The only thing that gets marked up is cards, which makes sense. It is not impossible to get boxes for MSRP in Japan. In fact, it's quite literally the only price you will pay for it in Japan. This guy's a complete fucking liar. I really don't care how much he sells his cards for. You know, I like that we have the freedom to do things like that in America. It's nice. But terrible people like this just take advantage of the system for monetary gain. And what's really sad is that this guy is probably going to continue to make hand over fist in Japanese cards for the next couple years or so. Because we live in a world where being a piece of shit and doing this kind of stuff is usually profitable. Now listen, this next message is extremely important. I'm a firm believer that there is no virtue in being poor. You should always do things to better your own life through an ethical means. I don't blame anybody for being on that grind, dude. I get it. But if you have to lie in order to justify your means of making it out the hood, then you're only confirming what everybody already knows, that you're a piece of shit. Yeah, honestly, Sakura's, I would have respected you way more if you just held your ground and been like, yeah, I'm selling the cards for this price because that's what they're going for here in America. Sorry you don't like that, but I'm trying to get that bag. I still would have thought you were a terrible person, but at least you would have been honest. And it's just so embarrassing to be caught in a lie in such a stupid way. Everybody over here in Japan knows what you said is factually untrue. Even in mainland, I was just there. Cards are still going for MSRP there, where they can be found. Anyways, tell me what you guys think. This is honestly just really sad. To the guy who sent me this story, I'm not going to say your name, but I'm just trying to keep your identity on the DL for your own sake. If you want to come forward in the comments, feel free. But I love you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the way out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.